From Cardinale Stadium in Seaside, California, for the very first time, Monterey Bay play a home game in the USL Championship. They welcome Las Vegas Lights FC. Tonight's matchup is presented by Cardinale Auto Group. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin, here to make history with you tonight for the first ever home game for Monterey Bay here at home. Robbie Crawford, we'll start with him. Players to watch tonight, Ricky.
And he's so important for Coach Yallop's side. He sits in the middle of the field, really dictates tempo. His passing range in this league is top-notch. So look for him to really get on the ball, be confident, spray the ball from left to right, ask a lot of questions of Las Vegas Lights and their back line. Talking about Las Vegas, Danny Trejo leads the team with 6 goals on the year. Such an explosive striker, so quick, so crafty, so slippery. So look for him to get on the ball, be confident, and put Monterey Bay and their back line in a lot of uncomfortable situations. If Las Vegas Lights has any chance of walking out here 3 points, he's going to have a say.
What stands out when you look at the Western Conference standings?
I mean, look at Phoenix Rising. Obviously, number 4. Obviously, you think they're going to be at the top, but Colorado Springs Switchbacks 8-1. Unbelievable high-flying offense for Coach Burke and the boys. Monterey Bay sitting at the bottom of this conference, but you're at home for the first time in history in front of your own fans. Use this to propel and kickstart your season. Get those 3 points here.
Frank Yallop, the head coach, told us this has been years in the making. You go back to September when they broke ground on this field. It's a 6,000-seat venue, and this has taken, again, months of progress. They actually were working on a stand earlier this week, getting it ready for opening night. Of course, Monterey Bay have been on the road for their first 7 games of the season, and Cardinale Stadium is ready to roll tonight in Seaside, California. It's the 6th new venue in the USL Championship since the start of 2019, and their leading goal scorer, Chase Spoon's looking to make it a memorable night.
And he's a crafty little player. Obviously drops in underneath the striker, leads the team with 3 goals. He needs to get on the ball. He needs to be confident. He needs to be creative. He needs to express himself in the final third. He's going to have a big task tonight, trying to get on the score sheet against this Las Vegas Lights side, and the guy who's going to try to keep him off the score sheet right there, Romero. What a goalkeeper he is for this Las Vegas Lights side. You see there 9 saves against Sacramento Republic. Just a confident goalkeeper. That's what you want. Look for him to be a leader in that back line, to organize it and keep a clean sheet for his Las Vegas Lights side.
We're really looking forward to this one tonight. Years in the making, weeks and months in the making this season, but Monterey Bay is finally home for their opening night of the season, and we can't wait to bring it to you. Vegas is in town looking to spoil it. Monterey Bay opens up Cardinale Stadium on Seaside at long last. The kickoff is next.
Coastal Roots Hospitality is a proud partner of the Monterey Bay Football Club. Coastal Roots Events and Catering, along with its 3 iconic restaurants, Montrio, Tarpe's, and Rio Grill, invite you to pick it up and pay it forward, where 10% of all proceeds from takeout orders are donated to various local charities. Their catering service and restaurants utilize local farms, butcheries, and ocean fresh sustainability-driven seafood to deliver unique and exemplary dining experiences. For more information, visit coastalrootshospitality.com.
Diving header, sensational. Lays it up unselfishly. The header, it's in. And it's centrally Roberts. Terrific.
It's time. Time to be a part of the Union, the Monterey Bay Football Club. Tickets on sale now. Get yours at MontereyBayFC.com.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin back here with you, getting you set for the kickoff between Monterey Bay and Las Vegas Lights. We can't wait for it. Opening night here at Cardinale Stadium. Ricky, let's take a look at the starting lineups first for Frank Yallop's home side.
And he's just so happy to get a lot of his pieces back. Obviously, you see Roberts and Green in that middle of the back four. They need to be leaders. They need to have a lot of communication. Basulovic and Crawford in the middle of the field. They're really the dictators of this team, going to dictate tempo, get on the ball. Those players are going to make things happen for Las Vegas Lights. It's all about Danny Trejo and Torres up there. The understanding the relationship between those two players. They move so well together. When one comes, one stretches out that back line. It's going to be really interesting to see what kind of lineup and changes Coach Duran does throughout this 90 minutes of football here.
Enrique Duran's boys have been playing very well so far this season. Vegas coming into the day, 5th place in the Western Conference so far this season. They've put together 14 points at the beginning of this season. Frank Yallop's group, just the 3, a win over Oakland has them at the bottom of the table so far. However, 9 of the next 12 are here, starting tonight at Cardinale Stadium, as Vegas will kick us off going from right to left. And the Cardinale Stadium debut is underway here in Seaside, California. Monterey Bay finally opening up their new digs, welcoming in Las Vegas Lights with their dark blues with the light blue trim, and they'll attack going from left to right. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin here with you on ESPN+. Thanks so much for taking some time on a Seaside Saturday night to take in this one with us. First attack for Frank Yallop's Monterey Bay. Near side, Walmer Martinez let it run on the overlap, and it's cleared out. It's going to be a corner, and it was won by Maury Dohner on this near side.
And it's a really good understanding between Dohner and Martinez on this right-hand side. Just the timing is pitch perfect. It's a good opportunity for early in this first half, this first minute in this match, for Martinez to put this ball in a dangerous area and cause a bit of confusion in this Las Vegas Lights back line.
Good crowd on hand for this home opening match, and it's punched away by Tomas Romero in tight quarters there. It's off the flag stick, and it's out for a throw-in on the far side. Eligio Araguin is our center official this evening in California. Touched back out of play for another Monterey Bay throw. Hosts are coming off a tough stretch of games, all 7 again, as we said earlier, on the road. Of course, notables going to Phoenix, Colorado Springs, San Antonio, Los Dos, as well, a big gauntlet of games. Their only win was a 3-2 victory at Oakland Roots. It was a brace from Chase Boone, who we highlighted in the open, and former Charlotte Independence defender Hugh Roberts also got on the score sheet as well, scoring in the 90th minute of that match to give Monterey Bay all 3 points back on March 26th. And Frank Yallop told us earlier this week, super excited for the occasion. It's a long time coming, a tough stretch, obviously, having to deal with, you know, not only being on the road, but that gauntlet, as we just talked about, so many of the best teams in the league they had to go through. But now Vegas, a tough test, but they're at home. They're going to be at home for 9 of the next 12, including tonight. And Frank Yallop's hoping his boys can make the most of it. And he said everyone was excited about the occasion. He said training was a little tricky this week just because of the travel and finally coming back home, and as you like to say, Ricky, sleeping in your own bed and being comfortable. But he said after getting through some rough days of training, he said the guys mentally were ready to go.
And it's just an opportunity for these players. They're playing at home for the first time. Can't stress that enough. Obviously, you want to make this place a fortress, and 9 out of your next 12 games are going to be played here. It's a lot of points to be taken, and you know Coach Yallop is very motivated, as well as his boys, to do what they can to make this place a fortress and not have any other club that want to come in here and take points off their hands.
Kai Green, who had been dealing with a little bit of an injury at the early parts of this season. That's been another part of the the struggles for Frank Yallop's group. Multiple guys have been in and out of the lineup, and they really haven't been able to develop that chemistry. And you reminded us, Rick, you know, they're building this team from scratch. You look at teams like Detroit City that come into the league, and they've been great, but a lot of those guys have at least played together before. They added on to that with the likes of Antoine Opino and others. This team was completely built from the ground up. Although there's some good players in there, chemistry's not quite where Frank Yallop wants it yet.
And it's always going to be a hard task, obviously, when you are the first to do something, especially to wear this Monterey Bay jersey, but it's also so exciting to really to make that culture, to be that first person to do something, to create a bit of history. When you're talking about sports, professional sports in particular, to be the first team to play in this home venue here in front of your home crowd, you can't ask for anything more than a player. Just an opportunity to prove to yourself, prove to your organization that they made the right choice of signing you. And what an occasion this is for these players.
Vegas nearly picked that off high up the field. A good tackle by Hugh Roberts stopped them from immediately counterattacking. Onto the near side. Quezada did well defensively, or I should say in tight quarters offensively. Vegas drew 1-1 against Sacramento Republic last time out. A Molina goal in the 17th minute got canceled out later on in the first half. Mohamed Traore had it initially, tried to get it back to him on an overlapping run from the aforementioned Molina. And it's going to go out of play for a throw on the near side.
And Vegas is coming out in a high press, making it hard for Monterey Bay to play out of their own defensive half. So when you need those players in the middle of the field, whether it's Boone, whether it's Basulovic, to get on the ball and relieve some of the pressure that they've been under this first 6 minutes.
Good hold-up play initially by Chase Boone. He left it a little short, but it's played to Hugh Roberts. And Monterey Bay can recycle. I was thinking earlier today, Ricky, about recent stadium openings in the USL Championship. Of course, Widener Field last year, the home opener, that party got crashed by New Mexico United. They won that one, I believe, 3-1 a season ago. So it hasn't always gone according to plan for teams opening up stadiums in the USL Championship, but Monterey Bay is hoping it's a memorable night this evening, and they do need it in these Western Conference standings. It's a foul on Donor down this near side. Free kick for the hosts.
And it's the second time early in the second half, or this first half, that Donor has gotten into the attack. Such an attack-minded right side, outside back. Provides a lot of value in the offensive half as well.
You guys good? You okay?
Walmer Martinez whipping it into the penalty area. Referee immediately saw an infraction. And this might get retaken, actually. Might have been the fact that the referee didn't blow his whistle to allow the free kick to be taken. I think that was the issue, and Martinez will get another chance to service this in. Martinez again, the header is tapped over the bar by Romero. Great save by the Vegas goalkeeper. And Monterey Bay have a corner after flashing one on target.
It's a fantastic save here from Romero to deny Volosky, I think it is. So quick, so reactive. The reason why we highlighted him in the open. Coming off a 9-save game against Sacramento Republic. Shows you the quality that he possesses there, and that's what you want as a goalkeeper. Really to give a jolt of energy, of confidence in your team coming into a hostile environment. What a save Romero is.
Martinez again towards the back post. This time it's over the top of everyone. And out for a goal kick. Early big save by Romero. Like you said, Volosky got a great head to it. Put it on target as well. But Romero's in such fine form at the moment. Came up with the goods. It's picked off though. On that far side, Monterey Bay trying to once again create something. That pass was put into no man's land in the penalty area, but Vegas deal with it. Donor was able to reset it initially. Good Pressure again by the host. It's out for a throw. Vegas give it back. That's a foul and a free kick. Maury Donor with some good work again on this near side. There's Robbie Crawford for company. We highlighted him in the open as well, how well he's been doing in the early stages of this season. And Frank Yallop was very confident, telling us, listen, it hasn't been easy. There's no question about that, but he has confidence in this group that they're gonna be able to put this thing together. And the team I immediately think of, Ricky, is Oakland from last season under Jordan Farrell. They had such a nightmarish start to life in the USL Championship. I think they were 1-11-4 through their first 16 games of that season, but they turned it around. They made the playoffs, and they knocked out El Paso in the opening round of the playoffs a season ago. So, and they didn't have to play their first 7 games of the season on the road. So we'll get a good look at what Frank Yallop's boys are all about this evening. 10 minutes in, they were off to a pretty good start. A little bit of a push and a chase, cleaned up on that far side, and out for a throw. Hugh Roberts was helping out. Grant Robinson in that back line as well, along with Donor and Kai Green for Monterey Bay. Roberts' header flicked on by Basulovic. Vegas, again, pick it back up. Quezada. Near side, Traore. Tried to find Trejo. Referee will give it back to Monterey Bay. 6 goals so far this season for Daniel Trejo, joint leader in the USL Championship. He's also the joint league leader with 4 assists so far this season, doing it all for the Lights. Outside of the boot pass, surely offside, and the flag will go up against Trejo. He tried to feed in a teammate in behind, unsuccessfully on that occasion, and Carlos Herrera, the goalkeeper, will get his first major touches on it.
And Trejo does everything right. Everything so well. Obviously, like you said, leading the USL in goals, assists as well. Just so explosive, so creative. So he's going to be a focal point for this Las Vegas Lights side. Can run in behind, can get the ball to feet. So whether you're Kai Roberts, Kai Green, Hugh Roberts as well, you need to have a lot of communication to know where he is at all times.
Monterey Bay win a free kick just on the Vegas side of midfield. They're not going to waste any time either. Ball is switched over to this near side. Donor gets tangled up, and it's out for a Vegas throw. One of the things that Frank Yallop mentioned to us was a big part of the frustration for the slow start to Monterey Bay's season. That's going to be a free kick, won by Arun Basulovic. The fact that they've conceded so many goals, they lead the league, Ricky, with 23 goals conceded, a -16 goal differential. They've created chances, they've had opportunities to score goals, they've got to win under their belt. That's been the concern more than anything else defensively. And we highlighted there's some veterans back there for Frank Yallop, but he said they haven't really had all the guys in the lineup at the same time. This is one of the few games this season where the back four he's hoping will, be there for most of the season has been intact. And the hope is that Monterey Bay will improve results because of that. Corner on the far side here for the host. Robbie Crawford stands over it. It wasn't dealt with at the near post. It's kept alive for Monterey Bay here. Basulovic. Still Basulovic. And then it's whipped into the center of the penalty area. Hugh Roberts got a big head to it. It was defended well by Vegas. And it is out for a corner.
And it's great work here by Basulovic. Just dances around a couple players. Just slots it outside to Green. Trying to find his, it's looking like
a doesn't get taken. Hesitation on the edge of the penalty area for Monterey Bay, and they'll have to recycle this all the way back to Herrera. Of course, part of that bad goal differential does come from that 6-0 defeat last time out, I believe, against San Antonio, who've been, boy, red hot, not only in the league, but in Open Cup as well. They're gonna play Houston Dynamo midweek in Open Cup play. And again, just shows you Monterey Bay have not had it easy on the road and against some of the best teams in the entire league to start out their life in the USL Championship.
And talking about that point, obviously, like you said, Coach Yallop really wants his players to get comfortable with the player they play next to, understand the tendencies. You're starting from scratch in this club, and when you don't have that consistency, it makes it extremely hard to get on the right page. And obviously, especially in that back line, you need players to be extremely comfortable with the players that they play with. It's an opportunity here for Lights.
Trejo gets it off of Kai Green, across the face, and a crucial touch in there allows Robbie Crawford to clear it. That was a real chance for Trejo and for Las Vegas.
Just see how slippery Trejo is, just dancing on that byline. It's a really good positioning by Robinson to deny an easy goal scoring for the Lights.
Donor and Martinez will recycle it. Offside flag is up, and the attack goes begging for Monterey Bay on this occasion. Here's the last sequence that led to that chance for Vegas.
So opportunistic he is. Trejo just beats Kai Green, loses his footing. You see what he's trying to just slot that ball across, but look at that positioning, that discipline for Robinson. He understands the danger and really denies an easy tap in for an oncoming Molina of the Las Vegas Lights.
Nice work by Crawford, but he couldn't find a teammate. Again, Vegas picks it up in a pretty good position. Molina had it initially. Crawford steps in with a tough challenge there to send Las Vegas back. Romero has already come up with a big save tonight. He airmails it on this near side looking for Mohamed Traore. And it's out for a Monterey Bay throw. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you want to play. www.selectsportamerica.com. Select League's Choice, Player's Choice. Ball was sent into the center of the penalty area, and then it's ambitiously struck from about 40 yards out. It's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Well, that header from Valesky that was saved by Romero is the best chance we've had so far, though, to be fair, close second was that Trejo ball across the face. Looking for Christian Torres, I believe. That was just a few moments ago. And Monterey Bay win it back again, high up the field. Boone plays it. A couple of Monterey Bay players queuing up. It's going to be a corner. Well worked again off the turnover. It leads to another set-piece opportunity.
And Monterey Bay's having a lot of success turning their defense into offense. Little combinations around the edges on that 18-yard box results in another corner kick here from Crawford.
Crawford's ball in is another good one! And the header is flashed wide of the post. More great service from set pieces by Monterey Bay. And the header is just wide of the target.
It's a peach of a ball whipped in from Crawford, and I'll tell you what, Valesky again is on the end of it. The head has a magnet of his, just so unlucky not to put it on target and find that far post of Romero.
Two big chances missed by Christian Valesky. One denied by Romero, the other just missed the target. Roberts from Basulovic now. And Basulovic all over the place, just trying to create some chances for ball movement. It's a free kick. for Monterey Bay.
And he's such a busy player, Basulovic. Covers every single blade of grass on the field, left to right, up and down. Has a tremendous engine, tremendous technique, so powerful. The reason why this Monterey Bay organization is so high on him.
Vegas have a set piece as they try to weather the storm a little bit here. For these last few minutes, Vegas have had some passes like that have just kind of gone astray. Leads to a throw. Donor wastes no time, and then it's misplaced over the top by Boone. Vegas get us back underway with a throw. "20 minutes gone here in Seaside, California, opening night for Cardinale Stadium. 6,000 seat venue. First home match for Monterey Bay in the USL Championship. Good crowd on hand as well. They've been waiting a long time for this one. Play continues here. Boone for Martinez. It's still Walmer Martinez. It takes a deflection, and it's touched wide by Romero. Another big save from the Vegas goalkeeper, who seemingly cannot be beaten.
And it's a bit of combination play between Boone. Martinez pops out extremely nicely, Martinez. And talk about big time save once again. Like an octopus in the ocean, Romero. With that big bear claw to put it outside of his post.
Headed away off the corner. Nearly fell for Simon Dawkins. It doesn't, and this is where Vegas can be dangerous, but Monterey Bay clean it up well before a transition attack could take place. Well, we talked about how Tomas Romero, is in great form. That was just tremendous. The elastic save after he denied Valesky from point-blank range inside of the first 10 minutes of this first half.
Copy.
Monterey Bay will build from the back. Martinez has Crawford. Crawford is forced all the way back. Lovely ball out wide. Open things up a little bit. Boone is in space now for Monterey Bay. Checking it back out wide. It's another good ball inside the penalty area, and it's not quite hit well again by Valesky. Getting in the right places, just not finishing. Donor picks it back up. To the byline he goes. Crossing it in, and Romero clutches it. And again, Vegas bend but don't break at the back.
Tell you what, I think Coach Yallop has been extremely pleased with the style of play that his boys are playing here in their home opener. Tremendous build-up. The movement has been on point. The understanding, especially between Crawford, Boone, Basulovic in that middle of the three. It's been a joy to see. Breaking down this Las Vegas Lights defense very easily. It's Romero, the goalkeeper, is keeping this game 0-0 in the 24th minute.
Frank Yallop mentioned it. So one of the biggest positives is that we're creating chances. We're making things happen. In the final third, we're just not clinical enough, and that's basically what the first 23 minutes of this game has been about. Quezada for Vegas. Hugh Roberts had to be careful there. He did just enough to stop the pass from going through. Now Chase Boone picking it up. Sliding it through for Basulovic. Martinez checking it back. Crawford showing for him. Roberts out wide now. Again, Basulovic gets in good position.
Just see how fluid they are. Basulovic drops in a little bit deep. Crawford pushes high. Boone comes into the other pocket. It's so hard to defend when you have that movement in the middle of the field. Players that love to play between lines, in front of that back line, behind the midfield line, pick up dead balls, second balls here.
Crawford getting into a little bit of a wrestling match there. Didn't come up with the ball right away. And Vegas do win a free kick to alleviate some of this pressure. And it looks like this might have to be, well, at least it was signaled as a potential substitution by a teammate. It was Crisostomo who told the medical staff that a change might have to be made here as the play ended. I think that is Daniel Trejo, who is slow to get up here. Getting some advice from the medical staff here. This is quite a development. Trejo's had such a good start to the season.
That was 4 now.
And
that
now
was 3 now.
Enrique Duran has to make a decision here. And the players don't always know when, by players I mean his teammates here, Crisostomo immediately thought a substitution would have to be made. The medical staff have to at least take a look. And it does appear that Vegas, well, we'll wait for confirmation first, but Trejo is holding his, the back of his right leg. And we can't speculate, but it does appear that Vegas might have to do something about it. And it does look like Nathan Ordaz is the one, at least right now, who's warming up. Vegas have not made the change yet, but they're preparing to, it looks like. So for the time being, Las Vegas will be down to 10 while they decide what to do with Trejo. Fans are hoping for a foul there. Referee says no, we play on. Basulovic. Played it out wide for Grant Robinson. This is Kai Green. It does look like Nathan Ordaz is going to have to come on. And Daniel Trejo's night is going to come to an abrupt halt here. What a loss that would be for Las Vegas.
And it's something you don't want to see. A player just pull up, gripping its right hamstring. Those are the type of injuries you don't want to really take a risk on. Hopefully he's okay, but it's good to see him walk off on his own will, on his own power. But it is a big loss in the attacking phase of the game for the Las Vegas Lights. 6 goals on the year. We had little glimpses of seeing him pop up in dangerous situations.
Created their best chance of the game so far, flashing it across goal about 10-15 minutes ago, but next time this ball goes out, it appears that Vegas is going to pull the trigger here, and Trejo is going to be officially withdrawn from this game, and here is the change. Nathan Ordaz is on, and Daniel Trejo, team's leading goal scorer and assist man, and the joint leading goal and assist man in the USL Championship, will make way, and we hope he's okay going forward. Tough loss for Las Vegas after already coming under a bunch of pressure here in the opening 28 minutes of this one. And they'll be without their talisman for the rest of the night. And we'll see about the future after that. Again, Boone was looking for it in behind. It was a good ball placed. Well defended by Vegas, and then Donors able to clean things up at the back.
A little tactical change here for Coach Duran. Quesada's going to come into the middle. He's going to push up Molina, playing as that false number 9. Ordains is going to come to this left-hand side. And you see how much things change, of how much Danny Trejo really means to this Las Vegas light side. And you have players have to shift around when one player comes off.
Strong header by Roberts, controlled by Robinson. Tried a cross-field pass, it's picked off. Vegas have it in transition. Nice defensive work again by Donor and Crawford. Robbie Crawford gets Monterey Bay out of trouble at the back. Space to run into for Grant Robinson. Lovely work here by Dawkins. To the byline, he has Robinson for help. Hugh Roberts invited into the play. Vasulovic. Martinez, and it's blocked, I think, by Roberts, his teammate. Great build-up play again from the hosts. Martinez. Donor, he's gonna run out of room. But all in all, Ricky, it's been a really good half an hour from Frank Yallop's Monterey Bay.
And Vasulovic and Martinez have really been at the thick of things. See a nice little combination. A ball that's punched into the top of that box by Vasulovic. Martinez trying to cut in on that right side. Preferred left foot. It's unable to get that shot through the traffic. But it's good positive signs for Coach Yallop's side. He has to be extremely pleased. The only thing that is lacking is putting the ball in the back of the net. So we'll see how these next 15 minutes fare out here.
The USL Championship returns to ESPN2 as the back-to-back Eastern Conference title holders Tampa Bay Rowdies head west to take on a high-powered Phoenix Rising FC Sunday, May 15th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Of course, the rematch of the final that never happened a couple of seasons ago. We were talking about that earlier, Ricky, and it's going to be fun to see those two tangle. Of course, it was Tampa Bay who got to the final a season ago and came up short at home against Orange County. Vasulovic. And again, but it's poked away from him. Vegas are having a tough time clearing this. Boone's putting pressure on it now. It's going to go out of play for a Vegas throw. It's great extra effort plays we're seeing from Monterey Bay, and that hasn't been lacking in most of the games that Frank Yallop's boys have played this season. It's just come down to the brass tacks of scoring goals and not defending well enough, he told us. And he said, listen, there's been penalties, red cards, and things like that, injuries that haven't gone our way, but it's really just coming down to us not defending well enough and not being clinical enough. This ball's played in behind. Donor was closest to it. Martinez lurking as well. It's out for a goal kick. Of course, Aaron Vasulovic was dealing with a hamstring injury as well. He's just come back from that. And him with Robbie Crawford in that midfield, we're already starting to see what that combination can really look like for Monterey Bay. Ball was floated up towards Martinez, and Oleski kept that alive. Referee blows for a free kick, won by Vasulovic. And this is really nicely set up for a Monterey Bay set piece. About as central as you can get it.
Really good work here for Monterey Bay to pick up that second ball, and it is a foul. Molina comes through the back of Oleski here. And like you said, Sean, it really does set up extremely nice for whoever fancies this ball. All types of players are licking their lips. Good distance to put it up and over the wall underneath the crossbar. Looks like Martinez has a say, Vasulovic, Dawkins, they all want part of the pie. We'll see how it plays out. It needs to be something special to beat Romero from this distance. We'll see how this goes.
Crawford leaves it. Dawkins, Green, and Martinez are the most likely. Romero will have to be ready. 4 men in the Vegas wall. It's Dawkins, and it's off the bar! Romero was surely beaten there. Another great strike. Second chance, Basulovic. And it's again cleared. Only as far as a Monterey Bay defender. Donor now. Sliding it across. Did it take a deflection? It did not, and it's out for a goal kick. Again, Monterey Bay come inches away.
And it's a simple step up to this ball, and he hits it so well, Dawkins. And I'll tell you what, if he doesn't hit his best friend, I think Romero is beat to that top corner. So unlucky for Monterey Bay not to find that opening goal in the 35th minute.
What a strike by Simon Dawkins. Unlucky not to hit the target. Again, great work by Donor again on this near side. Again, Frank Yallop and his coaching staff have to be thrilled with what they're seeing. Everything but the goal. That's really the only thing that's got to be eating away at them so far. I mean, frankly, Monterey Bay could be 2 or 3-0 up in this first half. They've been that good. Haven't reaped the rewards. Free kick for Vegas. Really have only had the one chance. And it was a half chance at that. Ball is floated into traffic initially, and Vegas are to recycle it. The substitute Ordaz, but again Monterey Bay pick it off, and the pass for Boone ends up running away from him. And Vegas can take a little bit of a breath here.
But you love to see that from Monterey Bay. The first pass is forward after a turnover.
Well, now Vegas on the other end. Oh, that's ambitious to say the least, from the outskirts of the penalty area. And a potential counterattack fizzles out.
Going back to that play a moment ago, when it's a turnover, when you're in possession of the ball, you want to make the field as big as possible. You want to spread the defensive unit from left to right, open up gaps. So when you have a quick turnover, especially in the middle of your field, that's when you're the most vulnerable. And you see the mentality of the Monterey Bay. They pick a ball off in the middle of the field. Basulovic punches the ball into Boone, doesn't come off yet. But it's a good mentality, it's a good mindset for Coach Yallop and the boys.
Ooh, coming together there on the far side. Looks like we are going to see a booking as Boone tried to make a run in behind. First caution of the night. Boone is slow to get up here. It's going to be a free kick again in a pretty promising spot for Monterey Bay. Another look at the challenge.
And Boone gets there before Lara does. And it is a foul, just comes in after him. Doesn't get any of the ball, gets all of Boone.
Alejandro Lara, that was probably his first big challenge of the night, and he gets booked for it. Boone is okay for now. That's a nice hand from the fans here at Cardinale Stadium. And again, another set piece where Monterey Bay have been very dangerous in this first half. Here's Robbie Crawford is going to stand over this one. Can Monterey Bay make the most of this? Ball is swung in, and again, close but no cigar with Romero coming up with it. More good service from Monterey Bay, but not the clinical finishing that is required. And the longer that continues, the more Vegas will feel like they're still in this. They've been outplayed in this first half, but the scoreline remains unchanged. Now Vegas on the attack. And again, great work defensively by Grant Robinson. But then it nearly opened up. Kai Green steps in, makes the challenge. Anytime Vegas get ahead of steam, Monterey Bay puts out the fire.
They've been really sound. Defensively, Monterey Bay has not really giving anything easy to this Las Vegas Light side. The lines have been really compact, really tight. Pressure's been good. Support players have understood their roles. When one steps out of the line, the other three come together, come closer. Been a really disciplined defensive half for Coach Yalop's side.
Almaguer for Vegas out wide. This could provide an opportunity for a cross, and it was headed out of danger initially by Kai Green. Now Martinez. Oh, that touch was a little too far out in front. Picked off by Crisostomo. Crisostomo again, centering pass, and Almaguer is able to retrieve it. 5 minutes left in this first half. That pass is again taken back by Monterey Bay, and it's out for a throw-in for the hosts. Donor doesn't waste time, tries to find Boone down the line. It gets to him. Chase Boone cuts it back, picks his head up, puts in a good cross. Gets all the way through to Basulovic. Basulovic leaves it off. Now Crawford. Robinson keeps it in, but gives it back to Vegas. Now can Vegas create something in transition? Not quite. And it's easy to deal with for Hugh Roberts, wearing the captain's armband tonight.
And he realizes there's a lot of real estate in behind the line. Ordez does. Makes a dicing run from this left-hand side, trying to cross over. Just doesn't get the service he wants. But it's a good understanding from the substitute to make an impact.
Boone, team's leading scorer for Monterey Bay, 3 goals this season. Plays in Donor. Donor to the byline, saved by the goalkeeper, and then blasted over by Basulovic. Romero denied Donor at the first attempt. It fell for Basulovic, and he couldn't find the target.
And it's up, back, and through football. Donor finds himself in a lot of space, put the dicing ball in. And if you're Basulovic, you're gonna want this one back, but give credit to Romero. He comes out extremely fast after that rebound is given, makes himself big. But Basulovic is gonna be disappointed in the result, not to put it on target. What a golden chance that he sails over the bar. But again, it's good football from Monterey Bay, breaking down this defensive unit of the Las Vegas Lights. The only thing that is lacking is putting that ball in the back of the net.
One back again by Monterey Bay. It just passed Valesky, I believe. And Monterey Bay will build again. Kai Green. Near side, Donor. How good has he been so far in this game? And Martinez. Looks like he was fouled in the opinion of the referee. And I think that Traore is going to get a little bit of a talking to here. That might be his last warning before a card would be brandished at the next foul. More pressure being heaped on by the hosts. Great ball to find Donor, who tries to keep it. Crisostomo is fouled. And it's a free kick for Las Vegas. few minutes before the end of the first half, Ricky. How do the lights get back into this? Your talisman is out, hurt. I don't know how long it'll be for the future, obviously. He's out for the rest of the game, but since then, Vegas have really not come up with much and have been holding on, really, with Monterey Bay attacking them with wave after wave in this first half. Maybe this is the time where something changes, but Monterey Bay have dominated this first half.
We really haven't had much of a presence in the middle of the field. Obviously, you look at Quezada, Molina, Crisostomo. Want to get them on the ball a bit more. Been too many times bypassing the middle of the field, too many sloppy turnovers as we see there. You want someone to put their foot on the ball, really take the sting out of this Monterey Bay attack, out of the fans, get the confidence. Really haven't really had a good passage of play since probably that opening couple minutes that Trejo broke down the defensive unit. So it's going to be a bit interesting to see the changes, maybe tactically, mentally, for Coach Duran as halftime is approaching.
There's going to be one added minute at the end of this first half. That's a free kick in the middle of the park there. At least that was the original indication. Vasilovic was in the middle of that. Vegas brought it all the way back, but that's a free kick, and Crisostomo is booked. I'm not sure if that was to waste time or to throw somebody off, but it's still a free kick and a yellow card. Last act of the first half. Crawford lofting it in. Roberts couldn't head it into a good path, and now Vegas have some numbers here. Crawford's going to drag back, and he's going to be put into the referee's book. That was a tactical foul, and he will be booked, and rightfully so, for that challenge.
And he knows what he's doing there, Crawford. He needs to make that foul. He needs to pull down that player in front of him. If not, Las Vegas Lights have an easy breakaway counterattack going the other way. It is a professional and tactical foul, like you said, Sean. But needs to be extremely disciplined now for the rest of this game. Crawford in the center of the field, going at the challenges. Do not want to give this Las Vegas Lights any advantage as they've been on the back foot for this whole first half.
And that is the last act of the first half. Dominance from Monterey Bay all up and down the field, except on the scoreboard. And Las Vegas Lights without their talisman, Danny Trejo, out for the rest of the game with an injury. Vegas will have to pick up the pieces at halftime. And we'll see if they're able to do that with Monterey Bay off to the right start.
And it's a bright and early start for Monterey Bay, going and being all over Las Vegas Lights. The only thing that is missing is putting the ball in the back of the net, and that is the hardest thing to do in this game for Las Vegas Lights. You need to get something going, someone in the middle of the field, whether it's Molina, Quezada on the ball. Like I said, they've been pretty good defensively. Kaine and Lara on the yellow card. So we'll see, interesting to see how this next 45 minutes play out for the hosts and see what changes Coach Duran brings.
Well, looking forward to it. Highly anticipated second half on opening night for Cardinale Stadium in Seaside, California. The hosts came oh so close multiple times to taking the lead, but Vegas has kept it level as we go to the halftime break. 0-0 in Cali. Halftime is next. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin back here with you. Tonight's halftime is presented by Integris Wealth Management. 0-0 between Monterey Bay and Las Vegas Lights as we open up Cardinale Stadium for its first ever USL Championship game on a seaside Saturday night in California. Let's take a look at the news and notes from around the USL Championship. But first, Monterey Bay's upcoming schedule. And again, Ricky, we've talked about this with a number of teams around the league. Not easy. Lou City on there. Colorado Springs are red hot. Oakland Roots, who they've beaten this season, and the team they got blown out by last time out, San Antonio is on there as well.
And it's always going to be an uphill battle here in the Western Conference. There's just so much talent, so much depth in this league. But good thing for Monterey Bay, you're playing at home. Those are points that you need to take. You need to keep climbing up the table. So if you're Coach Yelp and company, you have to be motivated to play against the best of the best in your conference. And obviously you have at Lou City, which is going to be a huge test for this Monterey Bay side.
Yeah, Lou City are still unbeaten to start this season, and just the one loss for Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and they've been very good this season as well. On the other side of things for Enrique Duran and Las Vegas Lights, they have Oakland next, then they go to play Birmingham Legion, El Paso, who are starting to pick things back up again, then they play the Switchbacks, and then, the defending champions.
like I just said, obviously in this Western Conference, it's just so tight, so much talent. You play Oakland, you host Oakland at home, you're looking for 3 points there, then you go to Birmingham Legion. They have that new pretty stadium. Going to be a difficult test. El Paso at Colorado Springs, and then Orange County. Like you said, John, it is an uphill battle. It's going to be extremely interesting to see the results that come after for Las Vegas Lights after this tough upcoming schedule.
That's why this one is important for both teams tonight. It's going to be a big one, obviously, between these two in the second half. The Integris Wealth Management halftime report goes on. 0-0 between Monterey Bay and Las Vegas Lights. We'll get to news and notes and more coming up next here on ESPN+.
And it's all turning up goals. The audacity. Early fireworks at Wild Horse Pass.
Welcome to Tampa Bay. And he drills it. Wow. What a goal.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Nil-nil at the break on the Integris Wealth Management halftime report. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin, Seaside, California, playing host to the first ever game at Cardinale Stadium. Monterey Bay have been on top of things but Vegas are keeping them, dare I say, at bay so far in this one. Let's take a look at news and notes around the league. Lamar Hunt Open Cup, of course, and two teams guaranteed a spot, Ricky, in the round of 16 because of the way the matchups fell.
And it's awesome for the USL Championship. All you want as a team, as a player, as an organization is a chance to keep on furthering your season, to keep on making noise. Obviously, we guaranteed 2 spots in the round of 16. That is massive for the W League. Obviously came on, debuted last night. What a win that was for Indy 11. And then the final that never was, Phoenix Rising and Tampa Bay Rowdies.
11sports.com for the W League. Tune in to that, no question about it. Scoreboard from around the league, big win. First win of the season for Hartford Athletic over Loudoun United earlier tonight. 1-1 between New Mexico and San Diego. And then a big win for Pittsburgh against Birmingham Legion, and Tulsa winning as well.
And don't look now, El Paso Locomotive up 4-0. Are they finding to start their groove maybe? We'll see how it plays out, but be careful with El Paso. They have so much talent on that side there.
The train is coming down the tracks all of a sudden for Locomotive, and the Champs are leading 2-0 against Oakland Roots. Upcoming schedule on ESPN's family of networks. The final that never was, the rematch again between Phoenix and Tampa Bay. The Champs play New Mexico United. Monterey Bay get another shot at San Antonio. Hartford and Lou City. I mean, just great games coming up over the next month or so.
Just so much talent, so much competition. You love to see it. Obviously, if you're a football fan, if you're a soccer fan, if you're a USL Championship fan, you have to be licking your lips at this schedule. Obviously, so much talent. I'm so excited to watch all these matches.
And the train goes into the station in Michigan. Detroit City against El Paso. That's going to be fun as well. The Integris Wealth Management halftime report continues next. First half highlights and stats, and then we'll get you out to the second half kick between Monterey Bay and Las Vegas Lights. It's all coming up next on ESPN+.
Diving header, sensational. Lays it up unselfishly. The header, it's in. And it's centrally Roberts. Terrific.
It's time. Time to be a part of the Union, the Monterey Bay Football Club. Tickets on sale now. Get yours at MontereyBayFC.com.
Coastal Roots Hospitality is a proud partner of the Monterey Bay Football Club. Coastal Roots Events and Catering, along with its 3 iconic restaurants, Monterey, Tarpe's, and Rio Grill, invite you to pick it up and pay it forward, where 10% of all proceeds from takeout orders are donated to various local charities. Their catering service and restaurants utilize local farms, butcheries, and ocean fresh sustainability-driven seafood to deliver unique and exemplary dining experiences. For more information, visit coastalrootshospitality.com.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin, back here with you on the Integris Wealth Management halftime report. Scoreless so far between Monterey Bay and Las Vegas Lights FC. We're looking for an opening breakthrough in the second half. We'll look at the first half highlights, Ricky. 8th minute, and the hosts in their first ever home game here at Cardinale Stadium came oh so close.
And they're putting a lot of pressure on the Lights back line. It's a good ball in here from Martinez. Finds the head of Volosky, but just so unlucky. What a save that is from Romero, though. It's been terrific in this first half.
And then Vegas' best chance, it's coming from Trejo, who was since substituted with an injury.
I mean, who else? Trejo just so opportunistic, runs in behind Kai Green, plays it across, but really well defended there from Robinson.
And then advantage was played here, and Monterey Bay again create a chance.
Talk about top-class save. Moving his feet, staying up big, not giving an angle. You can just see the reaction there from Romero to put this out for a corner kick. He was terrific when Esteban.
He really was. And then Monterey Bay get a free kick from just outside the arc of the penalty area, and Simon Dawkins hits the bar in the end, beat the goalkeeper.
And first it's Romero asking every single question, answering every single question. Then it's the post. What an effort that was from Dawkins.
And the chances just kept coming for Monterey Bay. Donor this time creating it.
And it's up, back, and through to find Donor in a lot of real estate. Look how big Romero makes himself. Comes out extremely quick, closes down any single angle that Vasilovic, but he's going to want that one back. You see how frustrated he is not to find the back of the net there and put his team up 1-0.
7 shots to 1 for Monterey Bay in the first half. Just the one shot on target, however, for the hosts. And that's probably the biggest difference in the first half. Vegas obviously didn't have a lot of possession. They didn't have many opportunities. The only thing is that Monterey Bay haven't cashed in.
And it's going to be really interesting, obviously, as this game keeps on going and the scoreline stays the same. It's going to favor Las Vegas Lights. Just takes one opportunity to find the back of the net. So it's really interesting to see if Monterey Bay finds their first and opening goal in that first 15 minutes. They were terrific in that first half, asking all sorts of questions of the Las Vegas Lights, but it's only going to take one chance for this Lights team to get back into this game, to put the pressure on Monterey Bay. So first 10-15 minutes are extremely important for both of these squads.
Sun starting to set here in Seaside, California. Monterey Bay in their dark blues with the light blue trim will be kicking from right to left in the second half as they get us underway. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espen here with you. First game at Cardinale Stadium in Seaside, California. Still scoreless between Monterey Bay and Las Vegas Lights. Monterey Bay had the much better of it in the first half, created more of the chances, hit the crossbar off a great free kick from Simon Dawkins, forced some big saves out of Tomas Romero, who had a phenomenal half himself. But we're not able to find the back of the net. Las Vegas have lost their leading goal scorer and leading assist man, and happens to be the leading assist man, joint leading assist man at least, in goal scoring and assist categories in the championship this season. And Daniel Trejo, who left the game in the first half with an injury. And since then, it's been Monterey Bay who have just been coming up with chance after chance, and Vegas who have really just been holding on, haven't created a ton since the opening 10 minutes. This has really been where Vegas have been in trouble, playing out of the back. They've not done it well so far. Nearly picked off by Dawkins, but this time Vegas come away with it. Good run on the near side by Briershaw. Nothing comes of it. Carlos Herrera controls. Hugh Roberts just trying to find Boone through the middle, and Boone's held up the play well to find Simon Dawkins. Dawkins into the penalty area, keeps on going towards the byline. Good ball across, and it's cleared away for a throw-in. Another Vegas player is down behind the play. Omegaire is slow to get up here after that last sequence. I think he actually bumped into his own teammate. We'll get another look at what led to this. Ooh, and it was Briershaw. Went for the same ball as he did, and I think he just maybe got the wind knocked out of him. He's helped up and gets back into the play. Thrown back in by Grant Robinson, who also shined in the first half for Monterey Bay. Hosts are looking for their second win of the season after a tough run of form over these last few matches. are trying to make it a memorable night here. The opening of their new digs. Ball is floated over the top. Offside flag is up. And that negates the attack. Well, we were talking about this earlier, Ricky, but openings and reopenings of stadiums for teams in the USL Championship, the recency of it. Think of Widener Field last year, Colorado Springs losing to New Mexico United. Charlotte Independence, when they were in the championship, reopened their stadium, American Legion Memorial Field, and they lost to New York Red Bulls 2 in that game. 3-2 was the final in that fixture. Well, the Red Bulls 2 seemingly had their number that season. Monterey Bay are trying to make this, as Frank Yallop told us, a memorable night. Fans have been looking forward to it for years. And Frank Yallop, since he came on board, this was the day he was waiting for. And Monterey Bay have been up for it, no question about it, just haven't found the back of the net. Basulovic tried to weave his way through defenders. It falls for Valesky. Basulovic is blocked on the edge of the area. Crawford recycles. Out wide for Grant Robinson, and then Dawkins might get a second chance. And the goalkeeper does well again, Romero.
And what's really stood out to me about this Monterey Bay side is how quick they play, the tempo, how clean their decision-making is. To break down this defensive unit of Las Vegas Lights, 1-2 touch, so decisive in where they're gonna go. You can see it's been a really mature showing here for Coach Yallop's side. And this man has been involved in every single thing.
Play continues, great ball out wide for Grant Robinson. Good ball in as well, and it's headed out for a corner. A touch was required defensively for Las Vegas on that occasion, and Kynan was able to clear it.
And he finds himself in a lot of space. The brilliant ball out wide there from Boone to find Robinson, but give credit to Kynan. Perfect positioning to deny an easy header there for Volosky. Those are the hardest things to read as a center back when you're chasing, looking at your own goal. To have your body position turned around the right way. Really well defended.
In by Crawford. Header was central by a Vegas player in the area of Basulovic. That couldn't have been intentional. Nearly led to a chance, and it's going to be recycled by Grant Robinson. And again, Monterey Bay come oh so close. The longer it stays like this, the more tension starting to build here. Anticipation. Cardinale Stadium. Crawford has been so good in tight spots, dealing with Vegas defenders. Him and Basulovic are quite the duo in that midfield, as Frank Yallop told us earlier this week. Again, Monterey Bay on the attack. Dawkins picking out some space. I think he tried to shoot or maybe cross that. He's won a corner instead. Monterey Bay have been so good from set pieces. They'll have another opportunity here.
And he picks this up in a really cheeky spot on top of that 18-yard box, but it's closed down by Las Vegas Lights so fast.
Crawford. Ball was just slid through. It's chipped in. No one in a dark blue shirt was near it. And Vegas unable to clear it. But it's great defensive work again by Grant Robinson. Sliding in, getting the challenge right. And winning a throw-in as well.
Last-ditch defending there from Robinson. Understands the danger and does extremely well to win and give possession back to his team.
Robinson floats it in for Dawkins. And it's well defended again by Las Vegas, and it's out for another corner. Heinen again involved there defensively. Frank Yallop and his side continue to knock on Las Vegas's door. Set piece for Martinez to take. Good whip on it, Vasilevic's header. Roberts couldn't get to it. Las Vegas will concede a throw. Once again, Monterey Bay will try to make it happen from this set piece. Martinez again. Just about cleared. Vegas come out with it. Was again threaded through, and again Robinson and Herrera with help this time able to deal with it. Every time Vegas try to get out, Monterey Bay pin them back in.
But again, it's our days to understand there's a lot of space behind the back line.
Oh, a shot is fired in, and into the back of the net it goes! Monterey Bay breakthrough! A screamer from Walmer Martinez! Cardinale Stadium's first goal is a wonder goal! And Monterey Bay are beaming into the lead by a goal to nil.
And you can see how much it means to not only Martinez, the fans. Coach Yallop is involved in the celebration, but we said it was going to take something special to beat Romero. And talk about this, take a bow. Martinez picks his head up, sees their space, doesn't need to be asked twice. Puts his laces through this ball, can't hit it any cleaner. There's nothing Romero can do there. Almost breaks the net. What a goal that is for Martinez to give Monterey Bay a 1-0 lead in their home opener in the 56th minute.
His first goal for Monterey Bay, and it will be remembered around these parts. What a strike from Walmer Martinez. And Monterey Bay's persistence pays off at last. They had to wait for this home game. They had to wait for the stadium to be ready. They had to wait almost an hour for the goal. One thing in common, all of them came. And now Vegas have it all to do in this second half. Have to find some way back in, but the Monterey Bay avalanche continues here. Valesky, referee blows for a free kick in the middle of the park. Well, as first goals go in new venues, you're not going to get much better than that. What does Vegas have in response? Rearshaw on this near side, just threading it through, and then it breaks down. Roberto Molina was the target. It's going to go out of play for a throw.
Just not on the same page there. Quesada and Molina haven't really had much offense going.
Nearly created something there as Quesada tried to weave his way inside the penalty area. In the end, nothing occurred. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL Championship action on ESPN+, the home of USL, MLS, La Liga, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Rearshaw was fouled there. It's going to be brought back for a free kick for Las Vegas. Crisostomo gets it back underway. Vegas just trying to string passes together, Ricky, and not, like you said, not on the same page. They don't have that same venom that we've come to expect. I mean, Trejo not being there clearly is affecting them, but there's still so much talent out on the field for Enrique Duran's bunch, and they just haven't been able to show it yet. There's still half an hour, though, to change it.
And it's been breaking down in the attacking third for this Las Vegas Lights team. Like you said, John, they do have a lot of talent. Players that love to be creative in and around that 18-yard box combination, but when you lose a player so focal like Trejo, that can give goals, can give assists, bring players in, gets the confidence within kind of that leader in that front line, it is a big loss, but it's an opportunity for these players to really step up, really show Coach Duran that he's able to have trust in them when there's adversity, especially in a season, hostile environment. There's always a way to really prove yourself within the organization.
Almost an hour gone. Monterey Bay have found their breakthrough, and they're in search for more. On this far side, Basulovic was making a good run. Donor as well. Vegas do better that time. They clear it pretty convincingly. Boone putting some pressure on. Walmer Martinez, by the way, just the 5th different goal scorer for Monterey Bay this season. And what a big goal it could turn out to be in their season, potentially. Still time, though, to see it out. Can Las Vegas find a response? Roberts cleans it up defensively for Monterey Bay. Crisostomo nearly lost that out of play. Vegas pick it back up. Oh, it's a really good ball down this far side. Las Vegas might very well be in, but it's a great challenge by Robinson again. And Martinez helped out as well. That's a goal kick. Goal scorer and shot stopper, Walmer Martinez, doing it all.
And you love to see both players coming back onto the defensive end. Martinez there, little help there from Donor. And it's just a bit frustrating there from Traore. You can see as he kicks the ball into the sideline. But you love to see just the effort putting on for both sides of the ball. Martinez, Donor, show how much it means to this Monterey Bay side.
Donor's been everywhere in this game so far. Attacking, defensively, winning the ball back in the midfield.
Well, it's been really interesting to see and really good to see just the understanding between him and Martinez. Martinez obviously left-footed by nature, loves to come inside. When you have a player like Donor that is smart enough to see when he comes inside, there's a lot of space on the outside. You have that give and take relationship. It's a nightmare to defend. So when you have a player like Traore trying to chase shadows, see why they have so much success on that side.
Whipped out to the far side again. Las Vegas looking for a response. It's found its way into the penalty area, but again, Kai Green steps in. Boone holds up the play, and Monterey Bay get away with it. They win a free kick on top of that as well.
It's a nervy ball across there from Traore. And if you're Vegas, you want someone to take initiative, be the first to react. That ball is just asking for someone to get on the end of it, but give credit to Kai Green. Reads it well, stays strong.
Nearly found its way to Christian Torres. I don't think anticipated it would even get that far. But Monterey Bay were able to just about do enough. Quezada dispossessed. Robinson clears.
I copy.
And Lara, who is on a yellow card, will reset. Ooh, that's a dangerous ball back to the goalkeeper, but Romero's in good form, has no trouble with it. Good confidence under pressure. This is where Vegas put themselves up against it at times in the first half. This time they had no trouble with it in the end. Vasulovic for Monterey Bay. Crawford just looping it up. Offside flag will be raised. Well, Vegas is going to make, I think, a couple of changes here. Frank DeRoma is going to come on. Mohamed Traore is going to make way. Darren Iskandarian is also going to come on, it looks like, for Las Vegas. There he is. So Enrique Duran's side will make a double switch. Christian Torres, who just is in the midst of a chance a few moments ago, will make way as Coach Duran shakes it up a little bit with 25 minutes to go. And it's, again, despite the dominance from Monterey Bay, this game is still up for grabs. Right off the bat, DeRoma trying to make something happen. Into the path of Molina. Ball goes a little astray, and it's going to go out of play.
And a player I really like to watch, DeRoma coming in. So comfortable on the ball. Really smart in his movement, can break up plays, can break lines with his passing. So look for him to make an impact and make his presence felt for the duration of this game.
Las Vegas take the throw in quickly. Shaw thought better of playing it forward. Las Vegas are going to be forced to go all the way back to Romero. Good ball. Crisostomo initially into the penalty area. Quezada dispossessed by Donor. Now Boone, whose hold-up play tonight has been excellent. Vasulovic. And it goes out for a throw. Well, coming into tonight, Ricky, there were 4 teams in the USL Championship that had not kept a clean sheet this season. There's now 3. Hartford beat Loudoun by 1-0 earlier tonight. It's one of the things Frank Yallop would really hang his hat on if Monterey Bay will be able to do it. They've gone 67 minutes. We'll see if that will hold. Vegas are hoping to change that. Quick turnover. DeRoma will shoot. And in the end, he's frustrated as it was a little ambitious and, frankly, from a tough angle considering what was in front of him.
And it's a great intercepted pass here by Quezada. Picks up his head, finds DeRoma in a lot of space on top of that 18-yard box. You can see what he's trying to do, trying to bend that ball in, but just gets it all wrong. But when you have a player like Quezada that has the composure in that final third to pick up his head, pick out a white jersey, that gives your team the chance.
Out for a throw for Las Vegas. We're starting to grow into the game, slowly but surely.
You can start to cut you off. You can start to feel that Vegas is getting more confident, getting more of the ball, playing through lines. You can see there, nice little combination. But one thing, if you're Monterey Bay, you don't want to get complacent. You don't want to be comfortable with the 1-0 lead. You were doing so well, putting a lot of pressure on this light side. You don't want to take your foot off the gas here.
Ball is placed out wide. Again, Las Vegas getting more of the ball in the second half. Donor didn't have to do too much there. And he wins a throw. A bit of a slip there on that far side by Iskandarian, the substitute. Just lost his footing at the vital moment. Donor's going to try and shield this out for a goal kick, and he's successful. Again, if you're just joining us, the joint leading league scorer and assist man, Daniel Trejo, left with an injury early in the first half, and since then for Las Vegas, it's been quite the struggle going forward. They've been pinned back for a majority of these 70 minutes. Monterey Bay scoring their first goal here at Cardinale Stadium with a screamer from Walmer Martinez. He's going to try to get on this ball in behind. In the end, it's well dealt with by Kynan.
He's been really solid in that back line. Kynan has, putting out a lot of fires. Really smart defensive player in his positioning.
Monterey Bay's only win came against Oakland Roots back on March 26th, a little over a month ago. They won 3-2. It was a pretty wild affair. Hugh Roberts actually scored in the 90th minute to win it. And in their home debut in their brand new stadium, Monterey Bay's hoping for a memorable night to kind of announce themselves here in the USL Championship. Just out of the reach of Chase Boone. Does look like Monterey Bay are readying potentially a couple of changes. Adrian Webelar is getting ready. James Murphy might join us. We'll see. They're getting instructions on the bottom of your screen from Frank Yallop and his staff.
Thank you.
A couple of guys to maybe shake up the midfield. We'll wait and see. To Roma. Lovely skill. Vegas again just trying to create a moment, an opportunity. Cross is blocked and cleared. Donor again. Great defensive work. And stopped a corner from being conceded, and Martinez is hacked down here. Deep into the corner. Referee comes over to have a word with Jorge Almaguer. Here come the changes. Murphy on, Boone is off. Adrian Rebelar is also going to come on. And Simon Dawkins is going to make way. So Frank Yallop makes a double switch. There was a yellow card that was given at the end of that last sequence as well. We'll figure that out for you in just a few minutes here. And it was actually Almaguer who ended up getting that yellow card. So referee, I guess, had a talk with him. Talk didn't go great. Yellow card was given.
Bit of frustration there from the number 8, wearing white in that far corner, just takes out Martinez. There's still a lot of time to be played in this game, so there's not need any rash challenges, rash decisions from the Las Vegas Lights players. They have the quality that, as the second half has kept growing, they started to play themselves into the game more, having more of a say, making life a bit uncomfortable for Monterey Bay at times.
Here's the goal scorer, Martinez. A little bit of magic. Gets it back from Valesky. Martinez couldn't play it across, but it's not quite cleared. It falls for a chance, and Murphy is denied by Romero at point-blank range. It's out for a corner.
Committing a lot of numbers forward, Monterey Bay does extremely well. They get a bit fortunate from a large touch, but give credit. I think it's Lara that makes that last-ditch defending to deny a goal-scoring opportunity there for Murphy to make his presence felt for this first touch of the game. What a defensive effort that is from number 4.
He's on a yellow card as well, Lara. That is a crucial challenge. Crawford whipped it in. Murphy heads it high into the air, and Romero grabs it before more trouble could occur. Oh, Donor again. Clean as a whistle, that tackle. Vegas still have it. DeRoma, who's shown some positivity since coming on. What can Las Vegas come up with? An onslaught continues at their end, and they've had some good moments going forward the last 5-10 minutes, but still nothing to show for it. 15 minutes, though, still to play. First ever game at Cardinale Stadium. That is going to be another misplaced pass over the top, and Monterey Bay will retake over. So many good performances tonight for Monterey Bay. Oh, in the meantime, there's going to be a double change for Vegas. Roberto Molina is going to come off. Christopher Jaime is going to come on. Bruce Almesmari is also going to come on. And Jorge Almaguer, who just got booked, will be sacrificed for Las Vegas. So Enrique Duran rolls a few more die here to see if Vegas can, well, I'll just say it, try to hit the jackpot and get back into this thing.
Really offensive-minded changes there from Duran. Mesmari, a player that likes to go on the dribble, creative, number 7, winger, attacker. Gonna see what he has to say the rest of this match, the last 14+ minutes here. Jaime as well. Players that love to be on the ball. We'll see what they have to say.
Las Vegas wins a free kick. Decent positioning for this one. As most of the crowd inside of Cardinale Stadium didn't appreciate that decision from our center official. Place holds 6,000. Not many empty seats here tonight. Crowd's been great. Vegas' ball in, dealt with at the first attempt. Cleared only as far as a shot that's blasted back in.
Yes, I hear you.
Quezada unleashed one from quite some distance, but couldn't hit the target.
And it's dealt with initially pretty well there from Monterey Bay. But I'll tell you what, Quezada hits this one extremely clean. It's always rising. You just see the technique that number 24 possesses in that right foot. You see a lot of the times players lean back, that ball goes up way over the bar. He's able to keep his head down. It's a lot closer than it seems.
Vegas were complaining on this near side that it was their ball. I believe it's going to be a Monterey Bay throw. Back in from Grant Robinson, who tried to find Valesky, who's come very close to scoring himself tonight on multiple occasions. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access. Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin here with you. Seaside, California, the site for this historic night in the USL Championship. Walmer Martinez took center stage in the 55th minute with a blast into the back of the net from quite some distance to give Monterey Bay their first goal in their new home. And since then, it has stayed the same. Las Vegas have held on, they've held in. But Monterey Bay still are in front. 11 minutes plus some potential injury time still to play. Crawford picks off the pass, and Monterey Bay can clear their lines. And they win a throw-in in the process. I was going to say earlier, Ricky, so many good performances from Monterey Bay this evening. And you look at what Donor has done, Robinson in the back, the captain, Hugh Roberts, obviously Martinez, the goal scorer, and then Basulovic and Crawford in the midfield have just been tremendous. And you're starting to see what Frank Yallop is trying to build here with Monterey Bay. And he promised us, he said, listen, with this home stretch, you're going to see what we're really about. You're going to really see what this long-term project is going to yield. And through 80 minutes, we have seen that and then some.
And I agree with you 100%. It just takes time, especially when you're starting a club from scratch, seeing the pieces come together, just becoming familiar with each other, understanding the tendencies, how guys want to play, where they want the ball, when they want the ball. And when you play at home, making this place a fortress, there's a lot to be excited about if you're a Monterey Bay fan, a player in the organization. It's a perfect stepping stone to lay down the foundation here and get a much-needed 3 points.
Monterey Bay will make a change. Christian Valesky, who came so close to scoring multiple times tonight, will be withdrawn. And we will see the veteran, Chris Cortez, come on for the last 9 minutes as Valesky applauds the capacity crowd here in Seaside.
And he was busy up there, spearheading the attack for Monterey Bay, occupying the center backs of Las Vegas Lights, making runs in behind, coming to feet. We saw he got on the end of 2 set pieces in that first half, denied by Romero on a spectacular save. Got a good shift, number 10. We'll see, like you said, Cortez, a big body, physical presence up there. Focal point that Monterey Bay is going to play off of, relieve some of the pressure that Las Vegas Lights is going to put forward in the last 9 minutes here.
That attack fizzles out for Las Vegas on the far side as Skandarian couldn't get on the end of it. Donor gets it back into play. DeRoma. Now Breershaw. Days had it initially, it's recycled. Vegas just trying to pick their way through Monterey Bay's defense. It's a good pass that slid through. DeRoma again. Skandarian and DeRoma into the penalty area, and it's a good challenge by Basulovic. Monterey Bay can clear it, and they could possibly counter here. Martinez's ball. Breershaw is there defensively to sweep it.
And you just see the impact that Cortez has already. He played up to the big man up top. He's going to knock it down, hold off a couple defenders. Let players of Monterey Bay join him in the attack. But it's really well defended there by Bierschall. Really good positioning, last-ditch defending efforts.
Crisostomo trying to pick out a pass. It's once again picked off, but he wins it back, chopping it into a dangerous area. Bierschall's ball across, dealt with by Donor. Ooh, and then a clumsy challenge there from the substitute Murphy. Gives Las Vegas a free kick.
I think he just loses his footing here, Murphy. But it is a foul. Just wipes out Jaime there. Yeah, he just loses his footing, comes underneath the substitute, but it's a good opportunity for Las Vegas. Ask questions of Herrera, who's been widely untested in this match. Looks like Elmas Mari is gonna stand over it, aiming for right between that 6-yard box, that penalty area, cause a bit of havoc in that back line of Monterey Bay.
Fans have enjoyed it so far, but these are big moments here in the latter stages. Elmas Mari stands over it. Really good ball in, and the header is down and saved. Rebound is wide. Herrera coming up trumps for Monterey Bay. And the rebound is flashed wide of the post.
And what a save this is from Herrera. It's a good header there from Lara, but he gets denied. And the two center backs having both two cracks at this ball. Lara does everything right, heads it down, trying to sneak that ball into that near post, and then kind of just unable to put it on target. But both keepers having terrific saves here tonight.
Now then, Monterey Bay with Rebilar, Martinez. Martinez is going to take it to the corner here. Las Vegas will try to win it off him. They do. It's a goal kick. Still 5 minutes left. Surprised Monterey Bay didn't try to score there.
Yeah, I think he makes a wrong decision there, Martinez. He has a lot of teammates crashing that box. Cortez has a lot of size. Rebilar, a vertical run into that box, just decides to go to the corner. The head scratcher there.
Las Vegas again trying to make inroads here, and inroads, I should say. They can't. Herrera will waste a little bit of time as I think a wave is broken out here. Is that the first Cardinale Stadium wave? I think it might be. There's still time to see this out for the hosts. Not the best ball by Herrera. It's one back initially, but Crawford hoofs it upfield for Romero to deal with. Can Monterey Bay finish this off? It would be a memorable opening night here at home. Robinson again with great work, but he doesn't quite get the ball. And another errant pass. Good encouragement, though, from Enrique Duran, the coach on the near side for Las Vegas. But when push has come to shove tonight, this team has just not been able to do enough in the final third. Again, still only a one-score game. Time to change things dramatically in the final minutes. And both of these teams have very tough schedules coming up. That's why this one's very important. First 7 on the road for Monterey Bay, although again, 9 of the next 12 are here. It's a crucial stretch for Frank Yallop's group. As Cardays is able to, I should say Ordays is able to control it initially. Crisostomo out wide, and again, the pass not on target. Monterey Bay have no problem with that. It's out for a throw.
A bit frustrating there from Crisostomo. He is a player that has a lot of quality, can pick out a pass, just lets him down, lets himself down. But it's been the story for Las Vegas Lights. They're getting in good position, especially in the second half, deep in the second half. Just unable to really make it count and be clinical, have that bit of quality.
Great clearance by Herrera. Rebelar is brought down. That's a free kick and a yellow card on top of it. Bierschall is booked. That's the loudest cheer since the goal, I think.
Don't know if he means it or not, Herrera, but it's a picture-perfect pass. Breaks tons of line. And it is a foul there from Bierschall. Just comes through the back of Rebelar, who's been explosive since coming on. See how fast and powerful he is.
Cortez couldn't control it. Great pressure again from Monterey Bay. If they win this game, that's going to be a big reason why they do. This ability to win the ball back very quickly after losing it has been crucial tonight. Cortez has it off the great play from Robinson. Into the middle and across the face of goal from Rebelar. Martinez, the goal scorer, retrieves it. Chipping it in, he can't find Basulovic, it's cut out. And again, it's won back, this time by James Murphy, whose legs are fresh. Ortiz may have been fouled there, he was. Free kick for Las Vegas. I think a yellow card is also going to come out for that last challenge as we approach the end of the 90 minutes and await how much injury time there will be left. And it looks like Basulovic was the player who was booked, and rightfully so. Into injury time with Monterey Bay holding on to a one-score lead. 3 added minutes to go in Seaside. Another free kick for Las Vegas. Lara quickly gets it back into circulation. DeRoma. Lara. Bierschall is dispossessed. Robinson gives it back. DeRoma has it. Quezada. Oh, it's Bierschall! And he's dragged his shot wide. Bierschall was in acres of space. And that very well might have been Vegas's best chance.
What a golden opportunity is. Nice little pass out here from Jaime, but Bierschall is gonna want this one back. Just a little too eager, just pulled himself wide. You see what he's trying to do, trying to knock out that far post. Just needs a bit of composure there. You can see how disappointed he is not to put that on target, not to find the back of the net there, but what a golden opportunity that is to call himself back into this game and get the equalizer.
What a let-off for Frank Yallop and Monterey Bay. Still just over a minute to go here, and another free kick for Las Vegas. Now it's Monterey Bay who are holding on here these last few minutes, but Martinez comes up with another big takeaway. Monterey Bay have numbers. Cortez, to get to the final minute of injury time, Cortez wins a corner. Huge moment there that may very well see Monterey Bay over the line.
And I think if Martinez really takes this ball and keeps on driving, make the two defenders of Las Vegas make a decision, that's a different story. He has a lot of players, it's a 4v2. They're just gonna see out this game the last 30 seconds here.
Another whistle and a free kick for Monterey Bay, and that should be that. Walmer Martinez's goal in the 55th minute could be a goal of the week candidate in the league this week. Is the difference. Monterey Bay close in on their first win here in their new park. And they've won a throw-in as well, as the 3 minutes will elapse. And that will do it. The day Monterey Bay announced themselves to the USL Championship. In their stadium's debut, Frank Yallop's boys win it by 1-0. And Cardinale Stadium's opener is a memorable night in Seaside, California. Walmer Martinez's screamer is the difference. Monterey Bay are back in the win column in style in front of their fans for the very first time. And they have defeated Las Vegas Lights here on their home opening night.
What a performance for Coach Yallop and the boys. Well-deserved 3 points. Just too much quality on the day for Las Vegas Lights. From the first half to the second half was a difference in this match. The middle three, Basulovic, Crawford, Boone, were terrific. But it's going to be a bit frustrating for Coach Turan not to walk out of here, at least with the point. That last effort there from Biershaw could have been a game-tying goal, but well-deserved in the end for Monterey Bay. And what a homecoming it is to their fans as their first home game in this USL Championship.
A memorable Saturday night in Seaside, California. The fans will go home happy as Walmer Martinez scores a peach of a goal to give the hosts the win in their first game in their new stadium. Monterey Bay makes history, and they make it a memorable win over Las Vegas Lights. They win it by 1-0. Full-time highlights and stats from Seaside are next.
Coastal Roots Hospitality is a proud partner of the Monterey Bay Football Club. Coastal Roots Events and Catering, along with its 3 iconic restaurants, Monterey, Tarpe's, and Rio Grill, invite you to pick it up and pay it forward, where 10% of all proceeds from takeout orders are donated to various local charities. Their catering service and restaurants utilize local farms, butcheries, and ocean-fresh, sustainability-driven seafood to deliver unique and exemplary dining experiences. For more information, visit coastalrootshospitality.com.
Diving header, sensational. Lays it off unselfishly. The header, it's in. And it's Century Roberts. Terrific.
It's time. Time to be a part of the Union, the Monterey Bay Football Club. Tickets on sale now. Get yours at MontereyBayFC.com.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez Espin here wrapping things up in Seaside. Walmer Martinez celebrates with the fans. One of the first men brought in to be part of this project. It's fitting that he would score the winner on their first night in Cardinale Stadium, and he gets to celebrate with the thousands of fans that showed up to cheer on Monterey Bay tonight. Ricky, let's take a look at the full-time highlights. This one wrapped up with Monterey Bay taking it. Started in the 8th minute with the great save by Romero.
And he was good all night, Romero. Answer every question that was asked of him, especially in this first half. Monterey Bay really took it to this Las Vegas Lights team. Here's a terrific save, just the reaction, the body control, the athleticism to put this out for a corner kick. You can see the disbelief within the stadium that this ball does not end up. That power set for Romero, just so good as a goalkeeper for Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, Tomas Romero was tremendous, but this one he had nothing to do with. This hit the crossbar. Wonderful strike from Simon Dawkins.
And I think he is beat there. That ball just sneaks under that crossbar, but what a hit that is from Dawkins.
That was a great hit. This was better. Walmer Martinez scores the first goal on Seaside in Cardinale Stadium.
And this is just pure class. Not much needs to be said. Just look at this angle. Look at the fans. Take it all in, Monterey Bay. Take all the 3 points. Just elation within the stadium. Disbelief how clean Martinez hits that ball.
That goal would be the winner, although Monterey Bay nearly added a second.
And it's really well defending here from Lara to deny the substitute Murphy, trying to make his presence felt. Write his name in the history books here. But Lara, so good to put it out for a corner kick.
85th minute, and finally Las Vegas created some opportunities.
And as the second half started to come on, so did Las Vegas. Their confidence started to brew. Herrera does extremely well to deny Lara. And Kynan, the two center backs, just gets it all wrong. So unlucky not to put that on target and ask a little bit more of Herrera there.
And that was really Vegas' last chance. Here the full-time match stats, 3-1 shots on target. Possession evened out a little bit in the second half, but Monterey Bay are more than deserving of those 3 points, and they get their first clean sheet of the season.
And it's a perfect day at the office for Coach Yallop and the boys. 3 points at home, open your new stadium, clean sheet. What else can you ask for? But in the end, they had too much quality on the day, too much for Las Vegas Lights to handle. But there is a bright spot for Coach Duran. Just a fight till the 94th minute was terrific. Asking questions of Monterey Bay late, just so unlucky not to find the equalizer at that last opportunity there for Las Vegas Lights. But Monterey Bay onward and upward now. You have an opening 9 games, the next 12 at home. Huge opportunity to keep up climbing that table and grab those 3 points in all 9 of those games.
And the first one during that stretch was memorable, no question about it. Frank Yallop told us he wanted it to be a memorable night in Seaside, California. Boy, was it ever. The opening night for Cardinale Stadium brought plenty of drama and a touch of class from Walmer Martinez to win it for Monterey Bay FC. For Ricky Lopez-Espin and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Seaside, California. It's a memorable night for Monterey Bay, and they win it by a 0-0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.